Hi, how is everybody tonight? Okay, like I said, 7 o'clock. Fortunately, we have been sitting today. We delivered this morning. They didn't have anything ready for us, so we've sat. Sarge got up and said, hey, we've got time to go get a bite to eat. Hi, Glenda. And we can shower. Yeah, this right here is a 10-minute shower. So I didn't have enough time. The restaurant took too long, I guess. Anyway, I haven't shown you guys my setup since we moved it back to the sleeper, because I used to, whoops, I'm about to start knocking stuff over. Sorry. Anyway, oh, there it goes. When Sarge is sleeping, I'm normally up here. Let me see if I can get it around. There we go. I'm normally up here. So, oh, you know what I realized? We're going to have to make sure I set this camera up right. So, we are going to be back here. This is our bunk area. So this is my setup back here when we are able to sit and he is not in the truck or he is not right here. So I am hoping, let's see if we can get this set up since, oops, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna make you guys sick while I'm trying to get this together. Because I had the camera facing wrong, so we have to be sure that I shoot this right. It's going to be the wrong format, but that's okay. All right, hope you're not too sick. Anyway, tonight I have this leaf and I want to do the Harvest Festival on this leaf. This leaf is designed, as you can see, it hangs. I like the leaf this way. This is the way the leaf is supposed to go, in my opinion. I'm trying to get my iPad to work like it did last night. We're just waiting to see if it comes up for me. But I'm not sure what I'd do with this string. So we'll just go ahead and take it off for right now. And we will figure out what we're gonna do. So I want to do the Harvest Festival, but I'm gonna have to change it up. Hi, Mom. But I want the haystacks, so we may go ahead and do it this way, where we can have Harvest Festival, and I think I want the corn stacks, if they'll fit there, because I was thinking right in there rather than the hay bales. Well, we'll see. We'll start with the Harvest Festival. I'm still trying to get my live to come up. It's not doing it yet. It was so good when it did it last night. Alright, anyway, so I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. There we go, found it. Now I can see comments. Oop, we're going to have to turn the volume down. Got it. Okay, so let me get my scissors. We're going to cut the Harvest Festival apart. If I can figure out what I do with my scissors. There we go. Okay. Huh. You guys are not quite on screen, are you? Since I had to move things around. So we'll make sure. Just don't look at all of that over there. That is where my coffee pot is. That is where my magic bullet is, so I can make meal replacement shakes. So yeah, that's what that is. All right. So I was kind of thinking we could do this. I really want that stalk right there. We can do it and just take it off. Let it go off the leaf. So I have, you know, all the fall colors basically that we can do. And I want to make this fun for you guys. Let you guys help me get this figured out. What would you like to see? I can tell you what I had in mind if you'd like to know. Oh, I did some leaves over the weekend before I started this challenge, and I marbled them. So I was kind of thinking with the Harvest Festival, since this is so light, I didn't stain it, I should have. I was kind of thinking about doing that same hot mess look with the Harvest Festival. And then with the stalks, because I'm bound and determined to put the stalks on, we can actually make them a very, very light brown with a dab of yellow. I can mix that up and make that happen. What do you think? Can you guys hear me? I just want to be sure. Alright. I lost my orange. Ah, there's the orange. Okay. So orange, yellow, not that one. Maybe Glenda, I'm thinking about doing something similar to what they're doing with vinyl, which is called Hot Mess. And the best way that we can do hot mess with our chalk. I added some water to my red orange, and it appears to have leaked out all over the place. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked with that. So I'm thinking the green, the currant jam, maybe the peacock. Put a little blue into it. See what that. And the orange. What do you think? Hi, Aunt Sue. How are you? All right. I love this transfer. I've used it several times. So I really do not need to fuzz it. Let's go down just a little. I want to be sure I've got plenty of room for those corn stalks, hay stalks, straw stalks, whatever they are. Take the blue out, you say? We can take the blue out. Let's see. Put the festival right there. Maybe I'll lower this just a little bit. Alright, and because I'm going to do the hot mess, I am going to tape it off a little. That way I don't have to be quite as careful. because I'm really kind of sloppy sometimes. There we go. Let's see. No. Darn it, darn it. Okay, we'll figure that one out. I'm gonna have to cut that tape in half. So, this morning I woke up freezing here in Colorado, and this afternoon I'm sweating. I'm telling you, I think Denver is worse than Texas. They really have a whole lot of humidity here. Kind of reminds me of Houston. All right. There we go. I know it's taken me a while. I'm sorry. We'll get this going real quick. Once we put all these colors on, it won't take any time at all. Yes, it's just regular painter's tape. Honestly, I ordered this one on Amazon, so I'm not sure which brand it is. It was one of those things, I'm gonna need this when I get home. I didn't want to come home and not be able to get started playing with all of my stuff. So Amazon's great. I ordered Amazon and it was waiting at the house. I could have asked Mom to run. She had already gone and gotten so much for me. And I think I had actually already ordered the painter's tape when she ran that errand and got everything else I needed. Alright, so we've decided on these 3 colors, is that correct? Hey, honey. All right. I'm gonna have to make sure my paste is sitting flat when I put it up. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do these 3 colors. So we're just going to, for the Hot Mess, which is different than the Ombre, which is what I did on the Donut Give Up. Where that was more uniformed when I spread it out. Hot Mess is just really random. There's no rhyme or reason about it. And doing it this way, I'm just going to use the big squeegee, or the biggest that I brought with me on the truck. I have our 4-inch squeegee. But because we're doing the hot mess, anything left, I am just getting rid of. Where normally I would save it, not this time. I've been known to mix colors quite a bit, and I went right off that tape. You see that? This is why I cannot be unsupervised sometimes. Alright, we'll just pull everything up. Right there it is. All right. Oh, I messed up in a couple places. Oh, look at that. What do you think? I have some cleanup to do. Come on, get up. I have a little bit of this on my fingers. I want to be sure I don't get it on the board. I had forgotten about the distressed look that those letters already had to them. I used this transfer on our chalk wall at home, and loved it. In fact, we had an electrician out, and the wall had not been done the first couple of times he had been out, and that last time he came out, there's this wall. Alright, I need the Q-tip. Come on. Now, I have an arrow. Hey, honey. Guess who's home? Alright, I have an arrow. Maybe we want to put that arrow in there. It's really big. But we can line it up. Hey, baby. Say hello.
Hello.
I see. He shaved his entire face. Good thing it's only temporary. Alright, before we put this down, I'm going to dry it. Hey, Amanda. How are you doing? Alright, let's see what kind of talent I have. Let that cool off. What color do we need the arrow?
Purple.
I don't have purple, baby.
Can you make purple?
I really don't have a true blue and a true red. I've got the Currant Jam and the Peacock. We can see what that comes out.
What about that blue and that ghost color? Yeah. That one
Hey,
and that blue
Samantha.
one you just had.
Which one that I just had?
Those two right there.
Okay, so Carl's thinking I need to blend Peacock and this lavender. What do you think? It's going to be for the arrow, and I'm going to put the arrow right in here. And since it is way larger than what I need, oh, I can make it work. It can just go all the way across. Okay, perfect. But what do you think about his suggestion? Can you see comments on your side?
No, they're not working on them.
Okay. I was just making sure I didn't freeze up. Alright, so normally at home when I mix colors, I use just a little... Oh, we went out of focus. There it comes. Usually I use just a little paper plate. I don't have a little paper plate on the truck, so we're just going to use this little cup. And let's try mixing these colors and see what that looks like. Alright. Y'all are awfully quiet tonight. I think Mom is wrestling grandbabies. Alright. Let's put a little more of this violet in here. It's not really coming out very purple, baby. No, but it made it more turquoise. All right. So let's go ahead and put the arrow down. And all right. So right at the edge, it's going to actually come off just a little on this one end, but it will be perfectly fine. All right. Now, for those of you that just got in here, you missed the hot mess technique. You can go back and see it on the replay. But that's how I did the letters, was a hot mess. The transfer itself has the letters where they are distressed. So, I then dried had to use my hair dryer. I do not have my heat tool on the truck, but I dried the Harvest Festival so that that transfer wouldn't stick to it quite so bad. All right, let's just dry the arrow, because knowing me, I am going to put my finger right through it. All right. What, honey? It did come out better. All right, there we go. So now we need, what did I do with them? Right here. Okay, so I'm still stuck on it. I'm still stuck on these cornstalk straw stacks, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I am from the country and don't even know what to call them. So I need to cut those apart because I haven't used them yet. And it is in 2 layers, so we will be drying between these layers. All right, now as always, we have to write on the back. We're gonna call them straw. Straw stacks 1, and then straw stacks 2. Okay. I'm going to turn it upside down, peel the backing off the transfer. There we go. And I'm going to fuzz it just enough. What do you think about the arrow? All right, here we go. Too low. Lift this up just a little bit. We're going to use that backing to protect the letters. I'm going to smooth out to be sure we do not have any bubbles in the silkscreen area. All right, so I need to mix the brown and the white, make it as light as possible. Kids just left. This white's real thick. It's right here at the bottom of it. See if that brown will loosen it up a little bit.
Can you ever add water?
You can add water, and I found out if it's too thin, you can add cornstarch to thicken it up.
That makes sense.
It is all organic, so I should have just mixed that in here. The natural pigments will blend and smooth out with the cornstarch. This isn't quite as light as I wanted it.
Mom says add a little bit of yellow to it.
I discussed that in the beginning. I gotta pull my yellow back out then. Alright, well, there we go. Let's get a little bit of yellow. Good thing we're not in a hurry, huh? All right. I don't think the yellow achieved what we really, really wanted. But we're gonna go with it. It's a little more mocha than what I was going for. I have made this extremely thick, so I'm gonna have to check this out. All right, now see if we can scrape the extra off. There's so much here, I'm gonna have to save this. All right, there we go. Now, real quick before it dries to the screen, we're gonna pull it off. There we go. Throw it in the water. Okay, let's dry this real quick. Okay, while that cools off, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, get some of this stuff out of the way.
They need to be yellow.
The stalks?
Yeah. Could you put yellow over the top of what you got?
I can put yellow over the top of what I have.
You know, if it doesn't work, you can always wipe it off.
That's right. He's learning. You can't hear him, but what he said was, you know, if you don't like it, it doesn't turn out, you can always wipe it off. So, we're going to go ahead, before I do the accent to it, we'll go ahead and add a little yellow on top. So we'll relayer this. So I'm going to wash my transfer off real quick. Let's see. Make sure it's good and clean. Then I gotta let it dry just a little before putting it back on. Well, thank you, Glenda. You know, it was going to be daring enough trying to put the second layer on. Now I got to put this one back on it. So let's see if we can figure it out. I just might have it. Well, close enough. Close enough. All right, let's just do straight yellow on top of it and brighten it up just a little bit. Now I'm going to go real light. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to lift the color that's already underneath it and have that stick to the back of the transfer. Now what I'm using is just a little makeup palette brush or spatula. I really should just use it to stir the chalk, but I use it as an additional spatula. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reach over there and clean the multi-tool, and when this will work just as well for right now. All right, almost there. Okay, let's pull this off real quick. What do you think? What's that, baby?
It didn't turn out the way I thought it was gonna.
Whew. All right, so for the bows, the top of the wheat and these little failing lines, what color do you think I should do? We can do orange, or we can go ahead and use this brick red. I have lime green and kind of an evergreen, or Kelly green is what I'd call it. I'm sorry, that's the red orange. This is the brick. So which one do you think? I also have that regular orange, if we wanted it. Broadcast interrupted. Oh no. Okay, it's back. There we go. Everybody there? I lost you for a minute.
Froze up.
It did freeze up.
We're not getting very good reception here at this truck stop.
No, we're not. The reception here really bites. So, but I think my battery's going down, so let's plug it in. All right, you're gonna move for just a minute while I plug you in. There we go. All right, so these bows in the wheat and the baling wire, that's what we're trying to figure out. I'm kind of thinking the red orange. Hi, Judy. Thank you for joining us. Not the green. Okay, so we won't do either green. So we've got the brick, the red orange, or the orange. Oh, where's it going? It's going right in here. It's the accents. We have the bows, the baling wire is what I'm calling it, and the little wheat, the wheat stalk. They look like berries. I don't know. You would never know. I've spent 25 plus years out in the country. All right, Sarge is laughing. The red orange. Okay, perfect. We'll go with that. This is the one I had to add water to that has leaked all in my bag when it got knocked over. So it looks funny. All right, let's line this up. I'm going to try and do it without getting in front of the camera and causing it to go spastic again. Some of our newer transfers are so much more forgiving. They have those marks on them. I call them bullet points or arrows. Other designers are calling them registration marks. But they come in so handy. You just line everything right up and there's no question. Alright, so this needs to be stirred so badly to get that creamy yogurt-like consistency. And like I said, I had added way too much water to it. Ah, there we go. It's mixing well again. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use the makeup spatula so that we can get this done real fast. Just spread it out. And I'm not pressing down too hard since we've got those other 2 layers underneath this. I don't want the transfer to stick to them and pull that chalk back up. So let's get these little lines real quick. Here we go. All right. Smooth out as much as possible so I don't have streaks. There we go. All right, now we're gonna peel and reveal. Y'all are gonna see it before I do. What do you think? Here, I can hold it up a little bit for you, see if that helps a little bit. I see hearts and thumbs up. Let me see if I can adjust the light just a little bit where you can get the color detail a little better. Does that help? All right, perfect. All right, so as I mentioned last night, we have exceeded 100 likes on the page here. So at the end of our 10-day, every time you watch the live or the replay, I will enter you in for a drawing to win one of the projects. You can pick which one you want from the 10 days that we're chalking in the box. If you share the page and your friends come and say, hey, Nancy told me to come and check this page out, you'll get a second entry. If they join the VIP group, that gives you another entry. So I thank everybody for coming and joining in tonight for the Harvest Festival. We were going to try to do this going down the road, but since the load isn't ready yet, I'm really excited because I don't think I would have done this project. I think I would have picked a different one. I might have gone a little bit nuts trying to do this one going down the road, but it's a challenge for next time. So you all have a great evening. Thank you for coming. And tomorrow night, baby, what time do you think?
8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock? We can go for 6:30 or 7:30.
7:30.
All right. Sarge says 7:30 tomorrow night. I'll post it for you. Bye.